I'm Michaela,
I'm Milan.
and this is Unfiltered, Uncorked. Welcome back to the show where we drink, laugh, and pretend we know what we're talking about. Except today, we actually do. Because we're diving into the wild, juicy, and sometimes questionable world of Zinfandel. We're also starting today with our book of the month, Widow Clicquot.
Yay!
And we're also going to talk about harvest in honor of harvest season.
Ready to dive into it?
Yeah, let's dive into the...
There was a quote I really liked, and it's talking about champagne. And the quote was, "It is beautiful and delicate, and above all, it is a wine associated with women."
I highlighted that too.
You did?
I did.
Yes.
I thought this was pretty cool that because of Widow Clicquot, historians still claim that no business in the world has been as much influenced by the female sex as that of champagne, which I thought was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Like, she definitely
changed the world for us.
For wine, women in wine. I agree. Another one, it said, the next page. "Champagne is the only wine that leaves a woman more beautiful after drinking it," and I thought you looked amazing.
So, I'm glad that's where your brain went. I thought it was a little poetic, and then you said that there was nothing poetic about the last episode of me drinking champagne.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had a rough time.
I had an upset stomach, I would say. But these 4 chapters, I gotta say, my opinion, boring. He sounded a little like a dying dog, but that was good.
I could so long. Yeah, the first 4 chapters were a little bit of a struggle to read, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But with the last quote of chapter 4, it sounds like things are about to start.
Like
wheels are gonna start turning.
We just left on a cliffhanger, I would say.
Let's see what did they talk about in it. They talked about the French Revolution.
Yes, Napoleon.
And Napoleon. She lived in the French Revolution, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history to that too, I feel like.
She said her generation was pretty influenced by all that, because all that was going on.
I agree. And it talked about Dom Perignon. We found out that her, what was it, great-great-grandfather was friends with the guy who started Dom Perignon, and that's how it really, like, over time grew.
They were rich.
Yeah, both sides. Her and her husband were loaded because both of their dads were in the textile industry and made a lot of money that way. And then, like, her great-grandpa was in the wine, but, like, her and her family weren't. They were super secretive, they said, to stay alive during the French Revolution, because they were low-key, but they were playing both sides.
They were. Her dad was
genius.
Her dad was, for sure. And it was like the family secret that they didn't talk about.
And then it's why they said there's not, I guess, like, much history behind this family as well. A little bit. But like the husband's side, they had started in the wine distribution, which I thought was really cool. And it said that's how wine tastings, like how it started, like in general, for people to go and like taste wine. And
because they weren't allowed to bottle their wine in glass bottles for a while, and so you would have to drink it like right away.
But like they would go and travel to these different countries and show them the wine that they had. I don't really know how they transported
that was when they could bottle it. They were saying in like chapter 1 or 2 or something like the.
But it was before. It said it was before they were able to start bottling, like legally start bottling.
Oh, you're right.
They went and traveled,
which I thought was crazy.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, my job right now is actually partially external sales and like distribution. Really hard, might I add.
So you can relate.
I can relate.
Well, and another thing about her husband, that when he was traveling and going and doing all these sales, he did it internationally. He wanted to go internationally, and his dad didn't approve of it.
His parents were helicopter parents.
Bad.
Max. It was crazy. But I see, like, he was their only son, and he was like the one who had to take over everything.
But he also didn't speak foreign languages. And he went to go sell wine in
Definitely got to know
foreign
that.
countries.
Yeah, he made a friend. I think he was German.
Luis.
He
helped him a lot, and he knew a lot of languages, so he could help a lot as well.
But when he said he came back and he was really frustrated that he couldn't tell anyone, I was like, yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there with you. It's hard out here.
It was crazy to also think about. They would go and sell wine for that harvest.
Yeah, or like they would sell wine for the harvest they hadn't even had yet.
Correct, yeah. So like they would be out at the beginning of the year selling it, and then they would just hope that they had wine to give them. And then it was saying also in a couple of the chapters that I'm not quite sure who, but they had $200,000 worth of wine got spoiled, and they had already sold that.
Yeah, they didn't have climate control back then, obviously. AC units to keep their wine good, and they couldn't bottle. So, like, basically, in France, they were not allowed to bottle their wines until it came to a certain port, and so of time, and so like then they were able to bottle their wines, which
to really keep them. And what they wanted to do was make wine within that year because they couldn't afford the storage to have it, and they didn't have the
proper storage.
Correct.
To storage.
So they were doing all of this, and honestly, bubbly champagne was not a thing.
Let's get into it. And so far, like the first 4 chapters is bouncing around on who actually founded bubbles.
They said that like British, it was like a small winery, right?
I think so. Because basically what they would do is they would ship the wine in the casks. What would happen, like what they said in the book, is that they put this wine through fermentation, but in France they had a mini ice age. So it would get so cold that it would stop the fermentation, and then they shipped it to somewhere else, and then the fermentation would go again and put itself into a secondary fermentation.
Which is cool.
I think it's pretty cool. We definitely have been around some wines that actually went through that in the bottle. And actually they taste pretty good.
But I thought that was cool.
And then was cool too.
And this entire time it's like really setting the scene of her husband. So they didn't know each other. They got married. It's the 1800th century, however you say that, of women can't make decisions without their husband, and they know nothing, and they're dumb, basically, right? And she was meant to have kids for the family, and we got a little bit of her point of view also in this, which I thought was pretty cool, is that she was like,
should I find it?
When her husband was away, she noticed that there was actually a lot of women in wine, and they would.
Oh, here, I found it.
Oh, above this one, above all.
Yeah.
Barb Nicole surely did not miss the other thing these women had in common. They were all widows. The only women granted the social freedom to run their own affairs. Having lost their husbands, they could make their own decisions, but it was hard to wish for opportunity at that price. She like really started finding out that there's a lot of women and it's because they're widows. And then he comes back and
he wants to take a different turn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the part where we're at right now is the turn.
He's home.
Finally, after traveling for so long.
Okay, let's get into our wine of the week. So Milan, why don't you? I mean, we know we're doing Zinfandel, but do you know why you chose this? Why'd you choose this Zinfandel?
Okay, so this Zinfandel I have is a 2020 from Niner Wine Estates. I actually worked a harvest there last year. It was so much fun, and I loved everyone that I worked with. They were super cool, and like you said, it's harvest season, so I thought it'd be cool to open up a bottle of wine from my last fall harvest.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. So a little bit of backstory about Zinfandel. There's a plot twist. Not actually from California, actually from Croatia. And the name was, I apologize if I mess this up profusely, but it was Kraljenak Kastelanowski. I feel like I got the last part pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's the first word that's really hard. The Italians call it Primitivo, but when it got to California, it decided to change its name, went full Hollywood, and got some sunglasses and said, "I'm Zinfandel now, baby."
So California has some of the oldest Zinfandel vines in the world, dating back to the 1800s. Some of these vines look like they've seen more drama than your grandma's soap operas. Shout out to you, Nana, with Days of Our Lives. I watch that show with her every week. It's still on, by the way, if you were wondering.
So Zinfandel, what is it like? It's like the party friend of the group, just like us. It's big, it's juicy, sometimes a little messy, but unforgettable. Alcohol percentage can rocket up to 16%, which means after a glass or two, you're texting your ex. But unlike us, we don't have exes to text.
So drinking Zinfandel is like being jammed on a Wednesday. You didn't expect it. You don't know how it happened, but suddenly you're feeling it. 1 minute you're sipping politely, the next you're dancing on a bar top at Coyote Ugly.
You want some?
Yes. Okay. 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 Let's not have a repeat of last time.
So getting into a little bit more about Zinfandel, we have your red Zinfandel and your white Zinfandel. Red Zinfandel is going to be bold, jammy, spicy. And white Zinfandel, unlike the name, is actually going to be pink. And it was very popular in the 80s and 90s, and it was very sweet.
Zinfandel is barbecue's soulmate. Ribs, burgers, pizza, basically, if it comes off the grill, Zin's into it.
And so, as am I.
Yeah, we both are. And it can also handle some spicy food too. So what we have on our charcuterie board today to pair with this is, you guessed it, barbecue.
Oh yeah.
We have brisket, pulled pork, sausage, okra, mac and cheese. And then we also have for a dessert, chocolate covered strawberries.
So the reason why Zinfandel kind of works with these foods is because the right fruit cools the heat. Its natural spices echoes with the seasoning on the food, and its body and smooth tannins really match the big flavors and fattiness that these meats would have. And then for the chocolate covered strawberries, the fruit in the wine matches the fruit of the strawberries, and the sweetness softens the chocolate bitterness as well.
Perfect.
You ready to start tasting?
Yeah.
What are we going for first? What is this one again?
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork? Okay, I'm going for the pulled pork.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to chew away from this.
My microphone is about to punch me in the noggin. Look at this. Look at this. Yum. Okay.
Ooh, with the pulled pork, it's really good.
Oh, I've been eating okra.
Oh, I started off with the meats.
Say it.
Arby's. We have the meats.
We actually do have all the meats.
We do.
The okra is good with this.
Is it?
Yeah.
You didn't forget about the spicy barbecue sauce, did you?
I did spicy barbecue sauce. That's what I said.
Okay, we continue to taste test all of these. The sausage was really good too. Okay.
We did really good.
I agree. We are going to start talking about harvest. And so we wanted to start off harvest with the harvest would you rather.
Yeah, perfect. Would you rather shovel grape skins all day or pressure wash tanks all night?
Pressure wash tanks all night. Because shoveling grape skins can get really tiring.
I agree. Time. That's a lot.
And then pressure washing tanks is fun. Using a pressure washer is fun.
I agree with that.
I liked using a pressure washer. So at Niner, we had the dumper that would dump the grapes in the elevator, and it's this really big, a bowl, a big bowl. Think of a big bowl that connects to the elevator. So we'd dump in there, and there was one job, and it was the raker. And you basically had to take a rake and rake the grapes slowly off of the elevator so that there wasn't like a ton of grapes going on the elevator at once. When I tell you I was exhausted, I think I had to do probably 16 tons at nonstop.
Heck no, heck no.
I think we took like a minute break and then we had to keep on going. But my muscles were so tired after that. My back was killing me. Talk about a back workout. So yeah, I would just pressure washing tanks all night over grape skins. Although I've never pressure washed a tank before. I've pressure washed tea bins.
I was too big to get in the tank to clean. So I got out of it. I couldn't fit in the little hole.
I was too short for it. So I'd have to run, jump, and launch myself in. And getting out was a struggle. Okay. Would you rather pick grapes in 100-degree Texas heat or in freezing 40-degree California morning?
Freezing California morning. 100%. No questions asked.
Absolutely.
I'm not.
You get warm after like walking around. I feel like,
you'll heat up.
And like wearing layers. You can't take layers off in front of people. Birthday suit would not be ideal. Especially out in Texas with all the bug bites we got.
And my sunburns.
Oh, your sunburn. My sunburns? By the end of it, I had a t-shirt over my head covering my neck and part of my face. I was covered head to toe with clothes because
I sweat too much. I can't do that. It was a lot. I think we probably spent, mind you, we started at 6 a.m., which we should have started earlier. I agree.
I hate mornings. I hate waking up early. And having to do the hour drive to work would have been rough at 3 a.m.
Agreed.
But starting earlier would have been way better because we were picking grapes until probably 2 p.m.
We were 2:30, 3 o'clock.
2:30. And then, mind you, we would pick from 6 a.m. to 2:30. And for us to start picking quicker, they were like, guys, once you finish picking, we can get lunch.
That is all everyone was saying. It was like our mantra.
Yeah, and
lunch is right around the corner. One more row.
But like, mind you, we're picking from 6 to 2:30, and from probably around 12 to 2:30 is prime Texas sun beating down on you.
And the worst thing is,
and I'd also like to preface for us, our harvest is in July.
Yeah, July 4th weekend. That's when we're harvesting. But it also rained, and I don't know if you've ever been to Texas in the rain in the summer. Awful. It's 10 times more humidity in the air. It's great when it's raining. It cools you off. And we picked right through that. But holy smoke-a-molies.
Not good for the grapes, but...
It is not good for the grapes. But it's good for the humans.
It was good for us, for sure.
It gave us like a little extra to keep going.
It was a nice cool down, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather live off coffee or energy drinks during harvest?
Energy drinks? Okay, so I really don't drink caffeine to begin with, but if I had to choose, it would be energy drinks. I'm not really too much of a fan of coffee.
You know, I'm an Alani fan.
Everyone at Niner had a cup an hour.
Of coffee?
Oh, yeah. They would walk to the break room and get a cup probably every hour.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how they're still alive. I don't know how their hearts are still pumping, but it was impressive, I will say. But
that is impressive. I couldn't do that. I can't do coffee. I had a chopstick and a Alani every morning, and was half asleep driving to work.
I had a Celsius. Okay, I think I had Celsius. No, last year I had Celsius. This year, I hope and prayed my coconut bubbly water woke me up enough.
That's hilarious.
Okay, next question. Would you rather crush grapes with your bare feet or clean sticky floors by hand? That's obvious answer. Grapes, for sure. I don't want to be cleaning floors by hand.
Heck no. Heck no, techno. Okay. Would you rather work with a boss who plays polka nonstop or one who blasts death metal in the cellar?
Death metal.
I agree. Heck no, I'm not listening to
I feel like you're moving so quickly and you're so focused that
You'd eventually tune it out.
that or like death metal just keep me going.
Interesting. We would have at the harvest I did. We would have days, like we would switch, and the death metal girl never got a day. She never got a day, and we'd finally be like, okay, you can have the JBL, like you can have the speaker this time, once in a blue moon.
Damn. Did she like hardcore play like death metal music?
Hardcore, and she would go to a whole bunch of death metal concerts, but our boss would play, she'd have different playlists. We had one for harvest, one for bottling, one for cleaning tanks. Each one had each thing that we did had a different playlist, and it was actually pretty good. Like, it was very, like,
cute.
We got us going, depending on who was working and what.
I mean, here we don't have a playlist. We had our butt music. If anyone wants to know what butt music is, that's when you forget your AirPods and you have to start playing music from your phone that's in your back pocket.
And then that phone also takes pictures of Milan behind you.
Yeah, no, so the playlist we had, not here, but over there, it was like...
In Cali?
Yeah, it was like bumped up at like chill. It was pretty good. But I also never took aux because I don't think they would have liked my EDM playlist.
Oh.
I think they would have been like, Milan, we're overstimulated. Please change it.
That's hilarious. Overstimulated. Okay.
How was that bite? Really good?
So delicious, yeah. 10 out of 10, I'd smack. Okay.
We haven't done the chocolate covered strawberries yet.
I'm waiting. I can't do all.
That's fair.
I did that last time.
Yeah.
And ended up in the bathroom.
That mac and cheese is fire.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing, and it's cold as shit.
So, Michaela, what is the funniest thing that has happened to you during harvest?
Funniest thing that's happened.
Like either something that happened to you, or you did it yourself, or something that just happened in general.
I will say it was the harvest we worked together here in Texas. That is one of the funnest harvests I've had. I've only had 2, so I don't have a lot to compare, but we get there at 6 a.m. in the morning. Milan comes in 6:05. And we're unclipping bird netting. And Milan's, oh my God, I'm starving. I'm like, okay. We continue working. 8 o'clock comes. Oh my God, I'm starving. Still working. We don't stop.
I would like to preface, I did not eat anything but my bubbly water. Bubbly water was the only thing I consumed from waking up till then.
So it's 10:30 and our boss goes, oh, I have some meatballs. And we had to, so we would like unclip bird netting, and then when we got like a couple rows before, we would go back to everyone that was picking, and we'd go pick as well. So it was our time to go unclip some more rows so we can continuously just keep picking and didn't have to stop. And I'm getting up to the gator, and Milan is just shoving meatballs in her mouth. Cold ass meatballs. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And she's, oh my God, these are so good, with their mouth full. And I'm like, honestly, I'm pretty freaking hungry. Give me some. And I take a bite. The best meatballs of my life. And I don't know if that was because we were in the heat. It was hot out. We were hungry. We were tired. It was just a combination of everything. But those were the best ones. And our boss had to tell us, okay, stop eating and go work. We're like, oh, okay. But they were good. That was the funniest thing.
For the meatballs.
Anytime actually during that whole harvest with us and food was probably the funniest thing to happen.
Oh, yeah. I think we were the happiest when we had food.
Honestly. And everyone knew it.
Oh, absolutely.
They made comments about it.
And you know, I actually feel like harvest is when we got close.
100%.
Because bird netting, I feel like we barely talked.
Oh, I was mostly out there with the crew.
I was there with y'all.
Like the first couple days, and then you were off.
And then I'd come back and help again. But I feel like the days that I was there, like I was there.
We were on opposite sides or
Yeah,
something.
I feel like we didn't really talk too much during
Yeah.
bird netting.
But Milana and I got stuck together in day one. We also ate good during harvest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, good.
The chef at our work, Chef Eliza. Love her.
Love her to death.
Love her. She cooks for us, and she cooks so dang good. The first couple of days, oh my gosh, she makes these fajitas. Chef's kiss. So good. I think I ate two. I think I had two, and then or three. I had 2 or 3 fajitas, and like beans and rice, and
yeah,
I was I was overstuffed.
It was delicious.
It was so good.
So good. And each day we had something. We had fajita tacos 2 days in a row.
And then we had hot dogs.
Yes.
We had hot dogs the last day. I had 2 hot dogs. I love me hot dog.
I don't like hot dogs. But Milan knows how to make a damn good hot dog.
Thank
like
you.
A very good hot dog. I was well impressed, and I don't like those things.
I can't believe you just call the hot dog a thing. It's so good. I love hot dogs.
Sorry, I don't necessarily like that food.
You want to know what I really want to do?
Eat a hot dog?
Duh. But, you know I don't really know what like the actual name of it, but it's like the 999 challenge at baseball games.
Okay.
9 hot dogs.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
9 beers.
Yes.
9 innings.
I feel like you could do it.
I feel like I could do it too.
Would you do like with the bun, without the bun?
I think I would start off with bun to get some of those like the extra bread in my system, and then I would do non-bun for like middle portion, and then finish off with bun to like really absorb that alcohol I just drank.
Understood. You don't think you'd get too full though? Because beer and bread.
True. I was also thinking switching off between like beer and like seltzers. Probably not the best idea, but
no, that's a terrible idea.
I'd
be white girl wasted.
I would be white girl wasted.
You'd be white girl wasted to the mat.
We need to get white girl wasted together.
I tried. You didn't show up.
When was the show up? When was I supposed to show up? Was it last weekend?
It sure was.
Okay, but in my defense, I was really sick.
Still. I'm just kidding.
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
I had a great time.
Yeah, I know.
The next time I'm going out
FOMO.
is the, like 4 weeks.
You want to go out this weekend?
No.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I can't. My bank account can't keep handling that. See, I get drunk and I'm like, oh my god, I'll pay for everything.
Oh, yeah, I just close out tab. You got to close out the tab. Each time, close out tab.
I do. That's what I did on Saturday. I closed the tab out every single night. I didn't open a tab. But then my brother was in town and I was like, oh, I'll pay your shot. Oh, I'll buy your drink. Oh, I'll buy your 5 buckets of beer.
You're so sweet.
No, I'm just drunk. I don't think sweet has anything to do with it.
Oh, we never actually looked. Okay, so it's deep. Definitely deep.
Can't see much. Can't see through this shit.
Through it, but it's still clear in the sense. You look down into it, it's clear.
Facts.
What's your favorite harvest snack or harvest food besides the meatballs and fajitas?
The cuties. Those things kept me going.
Doesn't bother me. I would have 1 in each pocket.
Yeah, they were.
And if anyone knows, jeans have 4 pockets.
And the crew would always make sure that Edwin and Adrian.
The guys that we the guys that we work with, love them. They're so freaking funny.
They are hilarious.
But like they always make sure we're taken care of. Every single time I see them, water.
I'm out in the vineyard for 5 minutes. Oh, you have no water. Let me get you some.
And they bring a whole cooler just filled with water. They're so sweet. They're so fun to work with. I will say it's super nice having them around because they do a lot of the hard, like the cleaning. And
Agreed.
if anyone has hand scrub tanks, having help with cleaning things is so nice. But okay, so like here, like at our one, we don't hand clean. We do the triple clean, so it's the guys have to do that. It's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
The way that we do it. This is really good.
What was your favorite thing about Niner Harvest?
That's hard. Okay. So working there was like so much fun. I got to work in the lab. I got to kind of do a hybrid job, so like lab work and cellar work. But something that I really loved was, so the assistant winemaker, he was like hardcore clean freak when it came to cleaning everything, and he would come and inspect our work. And he told me one time, he's like, Milan, this is the cleanest I've ever seen this. Better than I have ever cleaned it. That sent me into outer space. I was like, I'm the best cleaner out here. If anyone needs a cleaner
At a winery.
it'd be me. That was probably one of the most like best like favorite things ever, because mind you, I had my ditzy moments.
I think we all do.
I don't know.
You just outed yourself.
Yeah, that's okay. I came up to him probably almost once a week. When he looked at me like, and mind you, he has a younger daughter, so I'm sure he's thinking in his head like, is this what I have to look forward to when she gets older? And yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, he does. I had my moments, I will say.
But
some were accidental, some were I could have prevented for sure.
I feel like also that's probably, if someone came up and said that to me, I'd be ecstatic. It's like one of the best compliments you can get.
Because cleaning these equipments, they're so hard, and it's tedious.
And you have to
tedious
clean.
work, and there's all these little nooks and crannies you have to get into.
And you have to sanitize so much.
Yeah, but it was great.
And clean and clean and clean.
So much cleaning.
So much cleaning.
Yeah, that was the one thing that got me.
What does Big Al say? 50% cleaning?
No, 80% cleaning.
80% cleaning.
20% winemaking.
10% drinking. I'm just kidding. I don't know what she says.
That's 110%. But we want to strive
20%
for. We want to
winemaking.
strive for above. So 110%. I like it.
That's 110. It's like me saying you were 10. Never mind.
Wait, what?
I said my math is always off. It has been. We know this.
Yeah. Like last episode when we were talking about you counting about the petiola samples. Every time.
I just wanted to make sure we had enough.
You know what? At least if we had less, getting more wouldn't be the worst thing when it comes to sampling. You can never not have enough when it comes to sampling.
So, do we want to talk about, let's go back to our Texas harvest.
Yeah.
We harvested in July and we picked our Blanc de Bois first.
Blanc de Bois. Took 3 days. 4th of July weekend. Very patriotic of us.
Eating hot dogs and all.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to talk a little bit about why it's bad for the grapes? Rain?
The grapes, just like people, absorb the water. And when it absorbs the water, it really just, the sugar like lessens. And our pH stayed really good. Stayed really good the entire time. The sugar levels were just dropping and dropping. And we already have like trouble keeping those sugar levels a decent number. And so that's why it's bad. Also with like rain and humidity, you get some rot, bugs, lots of bugs with the humidity. And so it's just not an ideal situation like climate for these grapes. They're trying so hard. You can tell they're trying so hard.
Milan and I did the berry samples for the whole vineyard.
What that means is we have to walk up and down every single row. And depending on how big your winery will depend on if you're doing a berry sample or a cluster sample. So we do berry sampling because we're smaller. At Niner, one day our numbers weren't showing up. And they're like, Malone, can you go sample? Like, you sampled before. I was like, heck yeah, I can sample. I've done that before. It was cluster sample. Fine by me. It was the one day I decided to wear a long sleeve shirt,
Oof.
and the hill was like this, and
Oof.
it was hot. I was dying. And I was walking up and down these rows that were at an angle, like on the hill. What is this, like 45 degrees?
Yeah, that is
That's
for
like,
sure.
it's at least 40, had to be at least be like a 45-degree angle. And I was walking up and down, getting these berry samples, carrying a bucket of like clusters, like all these grape clusters. Mind you, over time it's gonna get heavier. And it took me way longer than it should have. I was out of shape for sure. I'm out of shape now.
I was out of shape.
But for our Texas one, our vineyard's a lot smaller, so we berry sample, and so we walk 10 to 20 steps, depending. Pick a berry, random berry. You have to shove your hand in and pick a random berry.
Make sure there's no wasps.
Yeah.
And then shove your hand in.
Yeah. Because you want to make sure you like choose random berries. But this year was a lot easier because we split it up in two. Last year I did it all by myself in one day.
Dude, I gotta say, the Merlot side, the tiny little.
the little,
heck no.
the little
Heck
bunch.
no.
No.
So when you were at Niner, did you do a more extensive testing than what we do at work?
Yeah.
With the samples?
So like at ours now we just do like pH and sugar. There I did pH, sugar, and TA, tetrahedral acidity. And then they also had this really cool machine, and it tested for pretty much everything else.
Wait, so you worked in the lab, so it was all in house?
Yeah. No, they had, okay, so basically I was talking to them, how expensive is this machine? And they're like, expensive. But they did the math, and with how much they were sending samples out to a lab, it made more sense to get that machine and do all the samples in house. It was really cool though.
That is cool.
So I like got to like prep all the samples for it. And basically the machine just did everything for us. I can't remember everything I need like glucose, fructose. I just remember saying those two for some reason. Okay. I think that's the end of our harvest stories. Do we have any more harvest stories we can tell?
Other than being delusional, I will say I harvested in California, and it was 120 degrees.
Insane.
I would rather take Texas harvest over that.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
Humidity and all. How long?
All day.
How long did y'all pick for?
So we had a crew, and they picked. So I would be there. They would be ready. Grapes would be ready to process by 9 a.m. Our processing is all outside.
Everything is outside?
It's not in a facility. It's like we process, we de-stem and all of that, like in the shade outside.
Interesting.
And then we would wheel it in.
Oh,
like pallet jack.
Okay, that was my next question. Was like, how do you guys get it inside?
Yeah, we pallet jack it inside.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
But we de-stem it into a fermentation bin, and then we take it inside. And then she would inoculate it. Yes, that was. It was the one thing I loved about working at that winery. It was something different, and I learned so much.
Yeah, every winery is just so different depending on where you work at.
It really, and I think size matters.
Absolutely, size
100% size matters.
And it's cool though, like working at small wineries, like you need to figure out how to do certain things. So like at the bigger winery, they had all these cool toys that we got to use and work with, and it made life so much easier. But like the small ones, they don't have all those things.
No,
you had to figure it out. Yeah, you have to do everything by hand, or you have to figure out like a way to make it quicker.
Correct.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
Something super fun. So I would help set up events and everything. Also, I was the event girl.
Oh, so you like event? You like setting up events?
No.
Okay.
But I got to be part of the event because I set it up.
Gotcha.
Also, like, only I was the employee. So we had a crawfish boil in the vineyard. Or a seafood boil, sorry.
Fun.
There was no crawfish in California. But it was like mussels, crab, potatoes, corn, all the fixings. It was the best thing of my life.
Did you get to eat some?
Yes, I got to be part of it. I got to sit down with our members and eat crab and drink wine. And it was a 3-course meal.
Dude, if I got to sit with our members and sit with them and talk to them and eat some food.
They're eating good.
They're eating real good.
I want to eat good. I did eat good. It was awesome. So I think we should do that.
To eat good? I'm just kidding. I always need to eat good. You gotta stay well fed.
True.
Harvest.
And that was like a harvest celebration.
Oh.
Celebration for us.
That's so cute.
Like at the end of harvest, we would celebrate it with a seafood boil. It was so good.
This year, our wine club members got to come out and help pick.
Yeah, no.
That was so nice. I wish they came on the first day.
Yeah.
They
did. They were so fast.
They were so quick, and they kept asking for more. And I'm like, where were you 3 days ago at 6 a.m. when I needed you?
So I've never harvested the way that you harvest, or picked the way that y'all pick.
See, this is the only way I've ever picked because I didn't have to pick in California. They had crews for that. They would night pick.
Yeah, we had crews for. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they'd be done by 6 a.m. So when we got there at 6 a.m., all the crew would be there.
Oh, we had a crew, but like sometimes we'd go out and pick with them if we were done processing. If like we were done before they were, type of thing.
Because you guys had a smaller press, right? So you couldn't really.
We didn't press right away.
Oh, you didn't?
We don't have any whites. One, and we still didn't press it right away.
Okay, yeah.
But we would go help the crew sometimes if we were done processing before the grapes were picked.
Gotcha.
So when we did, I mean, there was like, they would bring their families to come pick. Like it was so many people. And we would go, here's the row. There's one on each side picking the vine. So you only pick one side of it, not both sides.
We did. No, what do you mean no?
We didn't. No. We didn't do it the way that we did it.
But we only pick one side, no?
But you have to also realize it's trellis different. You wouldn't realize that because you weren't there, but it was trellis different. So it wasn't up.
Oh.
It was like a Y trellis. Oh, really? It was a Y trellis. So it went out on both sides.
Yeah.
Instead of vertical.
Gotcha.
VSP system.
Okay.
And so we'd have people on both sides of one vine. So the vine you were picking, I would have been on the other side of it. The side that we didn't go drive down.
Gotcha.
And that's how we did it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Was it quick?
Yeah. Insanely quick. Let's pick the shit out of these grapes.
Okay. Now I think that's the end of our harvest.
Yeah.
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah. Cheers to harvest.
Hold on. Let me hold the glass correctly. Cheers to harvest. That was terrible.
Okay. Cheers to harvest round 2. I think it just sounds different.
Okay, hold on.
It's like
maybe gentler. Gentler. I don't think that's the word. No, this side, like this part. Wow. These glasses aren't for cheersing, apparently.
And I think that's a wrap on our harvest. Next episode, stay tuned. We have a special guest coming all the way from work. She is awesome. We're going to be talking about women in wine. She has a podcast also, so we'll be talking a little bit about that as well. Getting a new, different perspective and the experiences she's had in the wine industry as well.
Yeah. Really excited. She's one of our favorite people. And Zinfandel, one of my favorite varieties. It's the grape that refuses to be put in a box. Just like me. I'm like a butterfly. I like to spread my wings. It can be bold. It can be light. It can be sweet. It can be dry. It's basically the shapeshifter of the wine world, like if Deadpool were a grape.
I love Deadpool.
Me too. He's so funny.
Okay, that's all for today's pour. Next time down on the shelf, remember, it might just jam up your Wednesday.
And if you like what you heard, follow along and share it with a friend, a family, a foe, and of course, grab a glass and join us for next time.
Don't forget to follow us on all socials at Unfiltered, Uncorked, and tap that like button below.
Until then,
Stay
unfiltered,
unfiltered,
uncorked, and remember, sip happens. A quick little PS. PSA, PS.
Drink your Zinfandel, folks!
Cheers! That is so lame. Why does it do that?
Oh, I didn't even try the strawberry.
Try the strawberry girl.
What not a film?